Hewitt's really got the foot down the outside, going very, very high. And he's cut down low again now, but he's certainly got command on the lead. Dennis Tune up very wide and losing ground all the time. Back behind him is car 2, and car 2 is picked up Lonsdale, I think. Yes, it is picked Lonsdale. Lonsdale in car 2. Car 16 already withdrawn from the race.
Look at that side-on motor racing. Reminds you of Jack Brabham back in the early days, doesn't it, with Lonsdale up that high line.
And Dennis Tune still running in third spot, followed by car number 72. Now, where's Dave Parker? Parker's still way back at the rear. The car's not going on this track at all. Brian Gold.
Come on, Davey, we gave you a big rap, me boy.
Yeah, that's probably what put the hex on him. Out in front, it's still car number 21, Michael Hewitt, followed by 2, Peter Lonsdale. Then we've got car 72,
Golding in this thing.
And Dennis Tune going back to the field. The car's taking a very, very high line there as they come down the straight.
Michael Hewitt doing a good job of staying see you later to the rest of them, but I think that the one that he's going to have to watch out for is that car in third place now, number 72, Brian Golding, because he's come from nowhere to get up to third place and now challenging for second.
Peter Lonsdale's got to look to the outside.
In the wall, turn 1,
yep,
14.
Dennis Tune into the fence. And will be stationary. There's plenty of track left for the other drivers. Now he's about to be...
Watch out, Davey. And a change in the lead. There's Golding going through, 72.
Good move by Golding. Hewitt looking at the high line around Parker, and Golding took the inside line and into the lead. So the race lead has changed. He's come from third to first, and Brian Golding, the race leader. Michael Hewitt in second spot. Peter Lonsdale back behind him. And now running in third spot is car number 29. That's Tim Bass. Behind him is car 77, that's Graham Attrell, followed by 45, Gary Baker. But in the lead, and certainly right away, the race with 1 lap to go, is Brian Golding in car number 72, 21, running in second, that's Hewitt, followed by Peter Lonsdale, and then we've got Tim Bass. Oh, another one into the fence at the mid-turn there, bumped in the fence as he came down the straight.
No need to clean the fence over the stage. There's the checkered flag, and he's done it well. Brian Golding first. In second place, number 21, Michael Hewitt, and car number 2, Lonsdale, in for third. That was the first of our races, the Formula 500 scratch. Pretty exciting little things, aren't they?
Yeah,
They'll be a lot of fun to be in, I'm sure.
Yeah, and certainly not a cheap form of racing either. They're fairly expensive little beasties, but they do have a heck of a lot of fun in them.
Here it is, 72 is first. 72, the car of Brian Golding for Bridge Motors. In second place, we've got number 21, Michael Hewitt for Ardell Mechanical, and number 2 was in third. That's Lonsdale, Peter Lonsdale for IBIS Computers. 2:23.8 to get the program up to date. 2:23.8 the time. It's the Grand National Scratch event, 2 8 laps rolling start. You can follow the laps up there on the Coca-Cola lap counter. There's the green flag, the racing. Parkinson off and running with McCarthy behind him immediately. Stevie Miller goes up high and McCarthy has to cut down underneath him. Steve Stewart also sorting himself out from the others. Len Jeffries in 14 and Gary Reuter with a real pretty looking car at the rear of the field, believe it or not.
Got himself in a lot of bother there on that corner, but back to the race leader and it's Parkinson. McCarthy running in second spot trying to make up lost ground. Stephen Miller back behind him, then Stevie Stewart. And Parkinson looks to have a fairly strong command over the race. McCarthy out after him. He turned on some incredible bursts of speed last week.
Steve Stewart showing a little bit of dash down the back straight, but going to do a wobble now, moving underneath Miller. So Stevie Stewart goes up to third. Parkinson's the race leader. McCarthy in second. Steve Stewart. Miller coming back in car number 6 for Blair Athol. And 14 is Len Jeffries. Gary Reuter in 95.
Bit of a close one up the front now with Parkinson under challenge. Oh, out comes McCarthy very wide. Has to button off as he goes down the straight and loses a bit of ground. But this time Parkinson's mucked up the corner, and this has allowed McCarthy to gain that distance. Now watch them as they go down the back straight. Look at McCarthy make up that ground into the corner. And Parkinson holding a super tight line. It's all very well to catch him, but McCarthy's got to try and get past, and he's only got 3 laps to do it in.
Parkinson put up to just about nothing between the 2 corners last time, and that gave Kerry McCarthy a great big run on him, but we can see some smoke coming out of McCarthy's car now. 3.5 laps to go.
Oh, look at this.
That's the spot he stopped last lap. Parkinson pulling up. McCarthy struggling now, dropping back. I think he was maybe surprised by the fact that Parkinson's car pulled up there before. Steve Stewart making a big run. Look at that smoke starting to come out of McCarthy's car. The 24 white machine. Gary Reuter about to be lapped. Maybe next lap.
Parkinson really putting the boot into it. Now look at this, McCarthy's got troubles, and here comes Stevie Stewart looking for the inside run. Now, am I seeing things, or did I see something red hot like a disc brake, or was that just the exhaust underneath the car?
Something is rather warm back there in Kerry McCarthy's car. Parkinson gets the white flag, 1 to go. A smoky Kerry McCarthy in second place. And Steve Stewart on his tail. Stewart can see the smoke.
Oh,
here he goes, underneath, 3 wide, and Stewart getting the better of it. The black guy in front of the white guy. That's used to be the bad guy and the good guy in the old days, didn't it? There's the checkered flag.
18,
Tony Parkinson all the way. Steve Stewart second. And Kerry McCarthy third. The Australian Fabric Critters Grand National Scratch.
Good one there. Gary Rorter, no doubt, getting the feel of things after the off-season. And Len Jeffries pulled in field. We're not quite sure why. Let's have a quick look at the car. Maybe Mal Rosenzweig can give us a bit of info on that as to why Len Jeffries pulled in field. But the placings are 18 was first Tony Parkinson for West Torrens Dyno Centre at the Firebird. Second, 47, Stevie Stewart. And third was 24, Kerry McCarthy for Genie Products and CJ Rayburn. The time 2:20 exactly. 2:20 exactly.
Take a look at this. Dallas Tyson on the pole position. Rat Gwyn right behind him. This is going to be a race between these two. We've got Miller in 7. And it's Kim Cottrell in 63, the yellow car. Doing quite well. Rat Gwyn missed out on a corner, and that's a rare sight. He had so much power last week, and he was so fast. Of course, the race leader, Dallas Tyson, was in a position to challenge him in the feature last week, but spat a plug out and ended up on 7. Dallas Tyson, much better. Everything is tightened down this time. Goes high in that corner. Rat Gwyn following him through. Third place, we've got Kim Cottrell. Then it's Miller. 57, Roger Fladman. We've got John Fallis in car number 30. And Bob Fulton in 8. The Slamador at the rear of the field is John Forrester, car number 76.
Dallas Dyson rolling away with the Rat Gwyn now out after it with Kim Cottrell, then Joan Miller. Joan under challenge here from Blackie Flatman. Bob Fulton trying to the outside line about John Fallis. And here comes Ivor Beneke in his 4-sail machine. But it's Dallas Dyson, and Dallas, I think, has lost a little bit of ground to Rat Gwyn. These first 3 have sort of got their own race, and then it's back into the pack.
Oh, look at Dallas pushing through that corner, going high between turns 1 and 2.
And following him straight on line in exactly the same way as Rat Gwyn. And Ivor Beneke having all sorts of bother there in the heavy traffic, trying high lines, low lines, and doesn't seem to be getting his way through at all. And now he's trying for a high line there in the big black car, number 3. That's Ivor Beneke. Now smoke billows from Bob Fulton's machine there. And finally, Ivor's free of the traffic, but he's got a long way to catch up to the race leader in the orange and yellow car, 96 Dallas Dyson.
Just take a look at the angles that he's got his front wheel set on the camber. It almost looks like he's knock-kneed, doesn't he, as he's going through the corner. 96 Dallas Dyson in that Monza flying.
Rat Gwyn still having bother with that corner, and as is Kim Cottrell, everybody sees to be there. Looks like to be a wet patch right in the middle of between turn 1 and 2. And the boys are really having bother there with that.
Nose wet with 1, 2 and 3 as they go around with 1.5 to go, and that's 96 Dyson, 21 the Rat, and 63 is Kim Cottrell in 3rd place. Dyson now to take the white flag, 1 to go, and Dallas likes to rack up points and to win races. Loves the look of that checkered flag.
That's for sure. He sees plenty of them too, does Dallas. Rat Gwyn once again having bother on that corner. Kim Cottrell will probably have the same problem. Yes, he does, but not so Dallas Dyson. Dallas coming down the straight now to get that checkered flag, and there it is. 96 Dallas Dyson over the line first. 21, the big Camaro of Rat Gwyn down the straight to come in second. Car 76 is a lap down. Third will be 63, Kim Cottrell for the co-op. And that's the way they finish up, followed by Blackie Flatman. Then we've got Ivor Beneke and John Fallis back behind him. 78 is Forrester, followed by Joan Miller and Bob Fulton. So good one there for Scotcher Petroleum and the Super Sedan Stars.
Blackie Flatman's been pushing along pretty well in that 57 of his, but here the placings: 96 first, Dallas Dyson 21, Rat Gwyn second, 63, Kim Cottrell third, 230, 230. Everything's even numbers tonight.
Yeah,
well,
well,
they're using a sundial.
That's the way it should be. Yeah, there was a question raised on Macca's show this morning. How does sundial
Of course, is Phil March, who had that triple rollover. Maybe.
Oh yeah, very violent rollover that
Did
one.
he roll over only 3 times? But took concrete off the top of the wall in turn 1 last week.
Yes, certainly a very violent rollover and shook him up a little bit. And but thankfully he's okay. The car, though, is a little bit the worse for wear. There's the green flag. We're racing. Look at Dylan go. Goodbye, field, he says. And a bit of a knuckle on down the back there as they go through the field.
Stephen Heddick sorting himself out very well in car number 24, and Bill Wigsell. So you got the young guys and the veteran. Bill Wigsell in 3rd place. Going high as Gary Dillon, now putting the foot down and starting to make it move, but Hennig is not letting him get away at all.
Philorine having all sorts of bother getting through from the back of the back. Now he goes up high. Weezy comes back underneath him again. He just did the hard job of passing him. He's coming up behind Bill Wigsell now, looking to slot himself around the outside into 3rd place, and looks like he's done it too. Bill just hasn't got the power.
Harry,
As they go down the straight.
That's real racing back there. Look at them go. Wigsell and Hareen. Remember them 10 years ago, maybe 12 years ago down at Rowley Park when these two guys used to be the front runners, and they used to give us a great show in both the speed cars and the sprinters every week. And now they're having a ball back there in their cars, and there's not much difference at all between them. Now Hareen's in 3rd place, getting the better of Wigsell up to challenge Steve Hennig. But there's no catching Gary Dillon out the front.
That's for sure. The Scarlet Volkswagen powered machine is driving away with it. Philorine now looking for that inside line on Hennig. Hennig goes up high, and Hareen says thank you very much. Tries to get his nose in, drifts up a little bit high. Gee, they must have got close there with those front and back wheels. But still, it's Hennig holding on to that 2nd place. And down the straight. Here's our race leader, and that's Gary Dillon. Hennig now moves up wide. Underneath him comes Hareen. Hareen now goes up a little high. Can Hennig come back? No, he can't. And it's a new 2nd place runner in Philorine. Hareen taking a slightly higher line through the corner, and Hennig coming through on 3 wheels. Still, we have out in front Gary Dillon there, driving away with the race, opening up almost a quarter lap now over Phil Hareen, followed by Steve Hennig. There's the white flag out for the normally aspirated, beat up number 18, Gary Dillon. Mazda rotary powered car of Philorine running in 2nd spot, and then Steve Hennig. But the checkered flag is out, and there it is, car 18, Gary Dillon in for 1st. 2nd is car 2, Philorine. 3rd, 24, Steve Hennig, followed by Bill Wigsell, Alan Weiss, and back behind them is car 3, Ron Gates. Good one, all the way win there for Gary Dillon. Got the jump at the start, and that was it. Certainly moving fast.
Some of that close racing was classic. Back in the field a little bit, but gee, we saw some good stuff last week.
Yep, and more of it on the way tonight too.
2:13.2 is the time. 2:13.2, and 1st number 18, Gary Dillon. 2nd 2, Phil Hareen, and 3rd 24. That's Steve Hennig. 2:13.2 is the time for that race.
Anyhow, if you're around the canteens, don't forget to pick up your pack of Winfields. Winfields in the blue, green, or pass off there after a good start, and following back behind him.
That's that Golding.
Yeah, Brian Golding again in car 72. Where's Michael Hewitt rocketing through from the back of the pack, and it's Golding moved up into 2nd spot.
Well, he's the one to watch, certainly, because he had to work his way through from the back part of the grid earlier. Now, I presume that they've either shuffled the grid up or what, but it started from about 3 or 4 in this race, and he is flying. The 2 of them, Tim Bass and Brian Golding.
Gary Baker now holding on to 3rd spot, but for how long? We don't think for too much longer. With the cars rocketing down the straight there. 16 is John Melotis.
Yeah, John Melotis, he just
goes through, clips him as he goes, clips Baker as he goes through, and round the outside. And the other green car is Don Perry. He says, I'm getting out of this, and clearing away. Now we've got a challenge on for the lead. Tim Bass is up high. Brian Golding has just got through into the lead there, and Don Perry now running in 3rd spot.
That car of Melotis is incredible on play. It was almost as if he did a 90-degree right-hander halfway down the straight.
And we've got one stopped right in front of us here. That looks like Peter Longsdale's car, just having a look at the wing.
Crunched into the fence.
Yep, and judging by the way the wing is in the fence, he's demolished the front end of the car, which is bad luck. And the car's all slowed down. He's really demolished it. St. John and his guys. Okay, Tim Bass to lead them in. And it's just we go back a lap after the race stoppage. And Brian Golding in second spot.
Mike Perry in third in that yellow car. The other one's Michael Hewitt in car number 21.
Travelling down the straight now is car 18. That's Shane O'Shea, sure. There's Perry, the race winner, car number 20, over the line first. 21, Michael Hewitt in for second. Third is 29, Tim Bass. It looks like Tim is moving home too, followed by John Belodis. We've got Shane O'Shea coming in, followed by 45, Gary Baker. We've got Dave Parker and car number 14 back behind them, which is Stephen Hosking.
Your numbers are 20, 21 and 29. That's Perry in car number 20 was first, 21 second, Hewitt, and third car number 29, Tim Bass, for 5 laps, 125.5. 125.5 for 5 laps. In this car, the OTR, the oval track racer of Bill Barrows, car number 6. Sponsors' names up on the wing, and
Jamie certainly shows an enormous amount of promise.
How'd you be 16 years of age and having your backside in one of these?
Oh, what? Wouldn't that be something?
Darryl Downing on pole position. Zeke Agar's next to him. Moving up to Dave Ferrell from position 3. Bunker from 4. Bunker, who we saw put in a 14.2 seconds lap in his practice and was very disappointed with that. Reckons he's going slow.
Yeah, he's certainly on the move. Actually, my father, if he had a sprint car, would have let me drive it.
Sure.
As long as I gave him $30,000 cash in advance. Okay. Here we go, look at him go. Zeke Agars roars into the lead, throws it sideways across in front of Downing. Round the outside goes Bunker. Then we've got Ferrell coming through. But it's Zeke Agars. He's showing them the way home.
Bunker doing well too. To slot in the second. Look out, trouble down there in turn 4.
Bill Barrows crawling around the track is back to the rear of the field after a very, very slow start.
Here goes Bunker. Wayne Bunker through to take the lead. You're right, at the other end of the field, here's Barrows held up. Not at the pace like last week. He goes past Bill Porter's now. Bunker's the race leader. Zeke Agars behind him. Darren Downing is next. Then it's Dave Ferrell. 9 is Dennis Burke and Jeff Harris in car number 2. Young Cobby is car 12. Barrows has now passed 2 cars, making 3 in a moment.
Yeah, Barrows has got a wound up now, like the old spring wasn't running here first off. Barrows now right up behind Jamie Cobby, looking for the outside run. Oh, nudges the wheel there as he comes up behind, keeps it under control though, nearly took the fence with him, and he'll go for the inside line, I reckon, on Jamie Cobby this time.
Oh, Cobby's gone. Smoke everywhere.
Bill Barrows thinking, which way is he going to go? He's got to go infield, and a cloud of smoke. Jamie Cobby infield, leaving Bill Barrows with a clear track ahead, but look at Bunker go. Wayne Bunker out of the lead through the haze of smoke. One of them crossed up over there. Bill Porter just pulling him back onto the track.
Zeke Agars in second place. And third, we've got Darryl Downing in car number 97. And then it's Dave Ferrell in 16. 9. And look out, Jeff Harris's car's conked out on him. He's going into the infield. As Bill Barrows starts to get things going. 2 laps, it's too late. Car 27 is your race leader. As Wayne Bunker coming past start finish to take the white flag now. Ready to finish this race off.
Zeke Agars coming in the Devon 63 car in second spot, and he's almost a half a lap behind Bunker. Bunker blowing their doors off tonight. Really got the shoe to the floor as he comes down the straight to take the checkered flag. 27, Wayne Bunker for the mate. In for first money. Coming in down the straight for second now is Zeke Agars in car 3. Third, 97, Darryl Downing, followed by 16, Dave Ferrell. Then we've got Dennis Burford behind him, Bill Barrows, and there's Bunker through again. Great going.
Well, if it works like last week, it's Bill Barrows who puts in one race to get the feel of the track. Goes in there, changes everything, slowly dials it in, and actually flies by the end of the evening. Let's hope so, but what a run by Wayne Bunker.
Oh,
Don't take anything away from him at all. He won that race by a half a lap. Here are the officials. 27's first, Wayne Bunker. Second is 3, Zeke Agars. 97, Darryl Downing is third. And 154.9. 154.9 is the time for him.
It's going to be a regular thing each year, just before the Grand Prix. The Thursday and Friday night will be the Winfield Sprint Car Masters, and we've got Gary Rush coming over, Max Dumsney, Bill Barrows will be here for the 2 nights. 2 nights of incredible racing. Actually, now look at that car of Rex Hodson's as it goes past. The inside of that bonnet looks to be higher than the outside, which is like a good thing to steer it around. Okay, there's the green
Handicap
flag.
race, and here we go. Keep your eye on the back markers in the handicap and watch them carve their way through the field without any luck. In turn one, we've got Bill Hang, 19 is Robert Hayden.
Got a casualty there already, Chaz Madden spinning off onto the infield.
He was a rear fielder, not really a back marker. I guess the first of the back markers starting to make a move is Gary Dillon in car number 18, the red car, going through the pit turn now. Behind him we've got Bill Wixon.
Oh, Gary Dillon there up on like a couple of wheels as he rocketed through there.
He's not scared to lift that inside front, is he?
No, really, he had both fronts off the track there a second ago. Around they go. The car number 19 there is
Gary's old car, driven by Robbie Hayden.
Hayden goes out wide and through on the inside goes Dillon. By golly, that car flies.
Dillon makes it look good, doesn't he?
88 is Graham Cowland, and Cowland trying to force his way through the field, but he's also Volkswagen proud, but I think they've taken the supercharger off, turbocharger.
This is a real fine car up by Dillon, but the race leader is number 12, Kevin Cook, on the other side of the track. Going into turn 3 at the moment. Dillon is around about third position. I guess they've passed a couple of the back markers. Kevin Cook now going past the start-finish line at car number 12 is the leader with 6 laps to run.
Bruce Adams about to be rounded up by Dillon as he moves up into second place. And there's Adam Ray, which is a back marker anyway. He's been lapped.
Tell you what, Ron Gates isn't doing too bad either at car number 3.
Yes, he's certainly following through.
Oh, spin 13.
Alan Bruce, he was Alan Lamb in car number 13. As it spun over there, bad luck for him. That's put a stop on the race, which is unfortunate because it would have been nice to get a time on that. The handicap is Gary Dillon's having to do it the hard way. Definitely making up a incredible amount of ground. Will only be a moment before he can pass Kevin Cook once that green flag goes.
Well, this will take care of the distance that he had to make, and I reckon he'll just pounce as soon as they drop the flag. But what about the movement by car number 3, Ron Gates? He also has one of these aerofoil type bonnets. Rex Hodson, we noticed, has pulled in. But Gates was driving real good.
Yeah.
Maz rent car.
Now they rented those out. It'll be interesting to see.
Put yourself down, huh?
Yeah, pop down. Okay, this time we should be ready for a restart.
Graham Cowland hasn't been hanging around either in the Dayglow car. Watch for the green, there it is. And bye-bye field.
Yep,
Gary Dillon's gone.
Gary Dillon into the lead. Now Ron Gates trying to get the inside run there on Cook, and it opens up.
And Stephen Hennig also goes underneath for third place now. But Graham Cowland has been just quietly going about carving his way through the field too. From the rear of field position rather than back marker. Cowland pushing it into the corner. Car number 88 almost took care of Cook and then stalled just for a moment.
Yep, the car certainly hasn't got the grunt it had when it was supercharged. But out of the lead, that car of Gary Dillon's, that's the one to watch this here. Dillon totally dominant in the speed car rank so far in the XG genetic car. Ron Gates running in second spot. Back behind him is Steve Hennig. Then we've got Graham Cowland, who's certainly made his way past Kevin Cook.
Don't worry about the winner. The only question is by how much. As Gary Dillon goes down the back straight, Steve Hennig now putting pressure on Ron Gates in second place, and Graham Cowland has gone through past Cook and he's in fourth. Steve Hennig driving a nice smooth race in that Mazda-powered car of his behind it to crash. The sponsor of this event number 7. Gates goes high.
Oh.
Hennig moves closer to him.
Tries. Gates puts the foot down as he's up high and gets into the straight. There's the white flag coming out now. 1 lap to go for the dominant Gary Dillon.
And it's the race for second. That's where the interest is. It's Gates holding on to it now, but Stephen Hennig making a move. Gates getting a long drive out of that corner, taking the midline through the corner. Just driving it around like a nice Friday night drive. There's the checkered flag. Gates makes it to second. And in third place we've got Steve Hennig with Cowland not that far behind, but look at the wheel. Lost a wheel from car number 32, Bertie Fenton. After the race is finished. Wheel on the track. Look out, they're trying to wave the cars down. Kevin Cook puts his foot in the skids.
And the wheel rolls up and it's going to stop just by Kevin Cook's car, or Bert Fenton's car, which is very good of it. And
That's Dylan, another of many checkered flags that he'll get this season. Stephen Hennig also drove real good.
Yes, some good going out there.
Take it away, Bow.
Brucey Adams pulled infield, ran out of goggles. Bill Wigsel's car still having a problem getting it hot rather than cold, so the car's off song, pulled in, so too Rex Sodson with an off-tune motor.
136.4 is the time for 6 laps. 136.4. First, number 18, Gary Dillon. Second, number 3, Ron Gates. And third, 24, Steve Hennig. 136.4 for 6 laps.
Highlander crash, Speedcar handicap, heat 2. No, not yet. And Clark, of course, Jeff Hockman says, open it up, fellas. Spread it out a little.
Make sure that really is 210 metres between Warren Brooks and Phil Loreen in car number 2.
Got a call for Frank Midgley. Frank Midgley, could you contact the pit office immediately, please? Frank Midgley.
Yellow flag is raised. That means be prepared and keep your eye on the green, which is now being waved, and they're off. Warren Brooks in 15, John Bolger in 75. We've got Benson in 62, and 9 is Dean Hogarth. Let's see how car number 2 can move, and he looks to me as if he made up about 40 or 50 metres already as they close up. 10 laps up there on the counter, so he's got enough laps to be able to do it. John Bolger about to lead a midget race, and he's done it. He's gone underneath Brooks. Bolger in 75, former Australian captain in the solos. Oh, but look at the way that Hareen is just cutting through the field. Car number 2. No worries at all with Alan Weesey behind him at 11. Phil Hareen slicing through the field. Past Warren Brooks, he's in 3rd place already, down the back straight now. It's Bolger. Behind Bolger is now Hareen moving underneath. Line right down to the gutter, the wheels in the gutter. 66, Bob McMillan, who put on a terrific race last week, goes away as Phil Hareen gets through and takes the lead. McMillan's in 2nd place. Alan Weesey coming up for 3rd now. John Bolger still holding on there in 4th. We learned a lot about midgets in this. This is only a 2nd meeting, apart from the practices that he's put in. Phil Hareen now lifting up the inside front wheel and giving it the big squirt down the back straight past Alan Lamb in car number 13. Underneath Lamb. Lamb's a real gentleman out there for him. As Hareen comes through, slides past the pit turn. Bob McMillan in 2nd place. Alan Weesey in 3rd.
And Weesey's trying to make a move up there, but just didn't come off for him. But they're still fairly spread out there. Weesey now making the move. Hareen out in front.
Oh, look at the lead that Hareen's built up. He's got a good 3rd of a lap over Bob McMillan. Now Alan Weesey close to him. Nothing much at all between the wheels of those 2 cars.
And Weesey's got the jump on McMillan down the back straight. McMillan not going as fast as he was last week.
What about John Bolger staying with him though in 75? Giving away about a half a lap now to Phil Hareen, but he's still got that 4th position.
And for 2nd time out, that's a very creditable performance. Out in front, Phil Hareen. 4th lap ahead of Alan Weesey. And as you say, about a half a lap to 4th, it's John Bolger. Bob McMillan seems right off the pace. The car doesn't sound right.
Again, smoke coming out of the scat engine. But it's got the white flag coming out now for Phil Hareen, and should be blue for the others. Let them know. It's Dud Lambert in car number 5. New colour scheme for Dud too. It doesn't look bad at all. Warren Brooks is in the red one, and Alan Lamb. Whoa! Look out!
Jeez,
No room there.
just about had a Coke sign rather than a Coke. As Phil Hareen slides her through the mid corner. There's the checkered flag. Phil Hareen over the line first. Coming in for 2nd will be car number 11, Alan Weesey. And 3rd is car 75, John Bolger. Gets up for a 3rd. Bob McMillan got major troubles.
Not again. Remember last week when his engine went?
Bob would be, I think, one of the most the driver who's most plagued with mechanical troubles in the midgets. He has an enormous amount of stripe.
Tell you what, it's a good thing he likes working on engines, eh?
But a great win all the way with Phil Hareen, doing it well. 2:48.9 was the time, and good win for Phil Hareen. But top drive too by John Bolger in car number 75.
Let's have another look at the Sprintcars. Sprintcar Scratch Heat 2, event number 9.
Just before you get into that, all demo derby drivers, could you please go to the pits for a briefing at interval? All demo derby drivers to the pits for a briefing at interval.
Does they want to find out who's chickening out?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Me. John Moyle, Motor Engineering, starting from 7. In second place, we've got Chaz Calandro in car number 33 for Ascot Engineering and Bardole. Starting from 3, Chaz Calandro, car 33 from 3. Cars coming in for a start for the Pagel Glass Sprint Car Scratch Heat 2, event number 9, green flag, go racing.
And away goes Aylesbury into the lead. Back behind him in second spot is Flaherty. And then we've got Tom Tomlinson making a move around into fourth spot, moving up into third like a rocket there. That's Calandro.
Gil Cameron coming back slightly now in third place. Bob Aylesbury just clearing out the lead, Flaherty behind him. Remember, Flaherty was doing quite well, I think probably in second place. Johnny Moyle, where's he come from? In car number 69, he's in third now. And John Moyle did win the feature last week. He won one earlier race and the feature, so he's really got it put together. John Moyle, a motor tuner, dyno tuner of great note around the city.
Gil Cameron pulled in field with problems, obviously. The car flaming from the exhaust as he cuts the engine. But out in front, Bob Aylesbury in the lead in second spot. And getting a bit of understeer there is Greg Flaherty. Johnny Moyle there coming out a little bit high and wide. Near to look at
Flaherty's brakes. Have a look at that near side rear brake. The disc is just... It'll seize up on him shortly. You can see it's just glowing in the dark. Nobody's going to take this race away from Aylesbury. He's flying. He can't lose it. Moyle in second place. That car of Flaherty's will be in trouble. Look at it, just glowing red in the light. Then we've got 2 black cars. Tommy Tomlinson making the most of Chaz Calandro. Chaz coming back now. Whoa, look at him go. There's Greg Flaherty, maybe feeling the effect of the lock brake that he's got.
Well, talk about in the hot seat. Greg Flaherty's certainly in it. And in front, though, it's Aylesbury, as you say. He's got the wonder of the world. Johnny Moyle in second spot. Then Flaherty still holding on the 2 black cars. And, gee, they nearly are coming together. They do. It's
Flaherty's battling with that car of his now. He's probably wondering why it's starting to wander all over the ground. Of course, he can't see that brake disc. The rest of us can.
1 lap to go, and it's 8. Bob Aylesbury blasting away.
Love the line on John Moyle. He's got it set up so well. He's just driving around the track. No hysterics, no bumping around, just real smooth. But look at the speed on this guy, car number 8. Bob Aylesbury takes it out. Does it well. Johnny Moyle in second place. It'll be Calandro third. Chaz Calandro coming through the pit turn now.
There he is in about
fourth place. We've got Tommy Tomlinson and hanging on for a 5th is the guy in the hot seat. Greg Flaherty in car number 25.
Sparks starting to come from the red hot brake there. I got it, that'll be hot under the seat. He slows down. The Women for Wheels fire rescue tender on the ball. And following after, we'll see if Mel Rosenzweig can tell us about Gil Cameron.
Car number 8 was first, that's Bob Aylesbury. In second place, 69, John Moyle. In third, 33, Chaz Calandro. 156.3 is the time. 156.3, 156.3.
And we've got Glenn Price here on the outside as Don Perry in the green car. Number 20, Perry goes up high and wide, nearly gets some free dry cleaning from Hoffman Dry Cleaners as he nearly touches the wall. Side by side there, you're running in second spot there. Down in front, it's cars 72, Brian Golding, 8, Lenny Price in the yellow car, running in second spot. Price under attack now from Don Perry. Perry almost loses it to Michael Hewitt there in car number 21, but they've accelerated away from him as they go down the back straight. Here comes Tim Bass now. He's after that second place from Glenn Price. Price not giving it easy though, keeping a nice tight line through the corners. Meanwhile, Brian Golding is driving away out in front there. But it's car number 8, Glenn Price, in on the second spot. Green car of Don Perry running in second spot, followed by Tim Bass in car number 29. Then we've got Michael Hewitt and John Melodis back behind him. And Dave Parker bringing up the rear of the field. It's 72, Brian Golding. Glenn Price still holding on to that second spot. Don Perry, it's a long way around the outside for Don. And Glenn Price is not making any holes available on the inside. Don Perry now trying for the outside. Glenn Price takes him out high and wide near the fence, but Perry might have the bridge to do it. Perry now slots himself in the second spot. So Don Perry is in second, and he's about a quarter lap now behind 72, and that's Brian Golding. Brian Golding having a night of nights tonight. Don Perry coming up very wide as he comes down the straight, but he keeps it a little bit tighter. Michael Hewitt now has just got himself in front of Tim Bass, but there's a long gap between himself, almost a half a lap between Michael Hewitt and 72 Brian Golding, who's our race leader. Don Perry in second spot, dropping further back from Brian Golding, and Ben Price is also about even his pace between there. He's running in third spot. Michael Hewitt out after them, trying to make up ground, but that checkered flag is going to be too close. Just like, of course, Jeff Hockman stands out with a white flag, denoting 1 lap to go. And it's an all-the-way win for Brian Golding. Brian will be on top of the world. He's been plagued with mechanical problems in his other car the last couple of years. And this will be his second win for the night, and he'll be absolutely wrapped. He comes down for the checkered flag. 72, Brian Golding over the line in first place. 20, Don Perry for second. Third, a long way back, is 8, Glenn Price. Michael Hewitt gone off the pace and slowing right down there. In fact, his motor sounded dead as he rolled past us. And back behind him is John Balodis. But a good run there for 72, Brian Golding first. In second spot is number 20, Don Perry in the green car. And third is number 8, and that's Glenn Price.
Glenn Price. Placings are official there. The time 2:16.3, 2:16.3, 72, 20 and 8.
Flag, this is the Speedcar feature, over 20 laps. Green flag, they're racing.
John Bolger gets the jump on Kevin Cook, slides it around, but he's up a little high, but he's certainly got the command into the lead.
Bill Hang, the first big mover, going up into second place now. See Cowlin, Graham Cowlin, car number 88, full of day glow, picking his way through, and the red car further back. 18, Gary Dillon, he's making a move also.
Already, and John Bolger out in front. And I think in second spot, here comes Cowlin. Cowlin now, 3 wheels. He wheels through the corner. They've been playing around with the handling on that machine during the break.
Incredible to see them coming down the straight. It's actually, he puts the power on and lifts that inside front wheel. You normally see it through the corners, but Cowlin's doing it in the straight too. John Bolger still the race leader.
And here comes Rob Hayden through in the that's Alan Weezy, I should say, in car 11. And right behind him is Gary Dillon in the Scarlet one.
I'm going to put my neck out and I'll say that Dillon will win this race, the feature. All he's got to do is find his way through. Cowlin's going to be the hard one for him to get past though. Graham Cowlin in second place, really throwing that inside front wheel in the air.
And Phil Reed is battling his way through the back of the pack, coming into all sorts of traffic problems as he tries to make his way through from the back of the pack.
The race leader is 75, John Bolger, former champion Australian motorcycle racer. The captain of the Australian test team for many years. A veteran of Speedway, but a real greenhorn as far as these things are concerned. A rookie driver at his second meeting in Speedcars, and he led for the first 4 laps. But look out, here comes Cowlin at 88.
Bolger up high, Cowlin almost comes a bit unstuck there, but puts the power on. Bolger doesn't give in easily. My God, this guy's got a lot of guts.
Well done, JB.
For sure, Graham Cowlin out in front. Now we've got Alan Weezy under assault in third place. He's got right in his tail Gary Dillon in the Scarlet car number 18.
And 6 laps down, 14 to run. Gary Dillon's got to get past Alan Weezy. That's going to be no mean feat before he can get out after Cowlin. Cowlin, the race leader in car number 88, building up a good lead. He's got about a quarter of the track ahead of Gary Dillon at this stage. John Bolger hanging on in second. How would it be if in his second meeting, if he got a first, second or third, if he got a placing in the Speedcar feature? He's been there, now in second place with 7 laps down, 13 to run.
There's Dillon trying to put his nose underneath Weezy as they come through the corner. Dillon's got a much better line there as he comes down the straight and could get the jump. Meanwhile, Phil Reed has moved up in front of Phil Hang.
Phil Reed is now in 4th place. What an immaculate race that Bolger's driving in car number 75. Still there in 2nd place, but they're closing on him all the time. Alan Weezy and Gary Dillon getting closer to John Bolger. Turn 1, slower traffic as Dove Lambert out of the way.
John Bolger lapping cars in his second night out is a fairly good go.
He's doing good. Here's the race leader past the start finish now. The blue flag that you saw out to Alan Lambert is one to tell him he's got a faster car coming up, about to be lapped for the first time. Graham Cowlin with the race half down, goes past the Winfield side. JB still there in 2nd place. Here comes Dillon in car number 18.
Dillon has got rid of Alan Weezy and he's out after Bolger now. Bolger driving a good line. Dillon not able to get through on the inside through the corners. Bolger up a little bit higher this time, leaving the gate open for Dillon, but both cars coming through that corner the same speed, and Bolger gets a foot down further into the straight. He's up high, he's off line, there goes Dillon underneath.
And Weezy trying to go through, but Bolger shuts the gate, holds on to 3rd place. Go JB. the race leader. Easy to pick. Car number 88. First time out on this track.
Yep,
New
first time
engine,
this
you were
season.
telling me too, Brian, and looks like he might be able to take the feature out. Only 7 laps to go now as he goes past the start finish. Car 88, Graham Cowland, carving his way through the field. In second place, we've got 18. That's Gary Dillon. Behind his old car, the car that we're so used to seeing him in, the blue one, 19, driven by Robbie Hayden this year. Gary Dillon in second place. Still, John Bolger in third. In fourth now, Phil Horeen, throwing down the gauntlet to Bolger. Now trying an outside pass on him. Phil Horeen in the Marriott Mazda car. Number 2.
Alan Weiss running in fourth spot there in the blue car number 11. And in fifth spot, I should say, and he's not in any way disgraced. The race leader, car number 88, down the straight is Graham Cowler. Running in second spot, just past the start finish line. Car number 18, that's Gary Dillon, and the X-Enginette car has a clip there with car number 9, that's Dean Hogarth. Tries the inside line on Hogarth and gets through.
Phil Horeen's through into third place. Alan Weesey now pressuring John Bolger for fourth. The race leader, the Cess Heikler, Earth Movers, car number 88 of Graham Cowland, doing it so well. Got a quarter lap lead over Gary Dillon. Won't be passed at this stage with 4 laps to go.
Smoke
A real
billowing
surprise
from the
for us.
back, smoke from the back of John Bolger's car as he took that corner. Let's see how he goes into this corner.
Let's hope it's just spilled something, but usually that's not the case with the midgets, is it?
That's for sure. It's rare, but let's see how he goes this time round. No more smoke, so to keep our fingers crossed for JB, who's running in, I think, what, 5th place at the moment, behind Alan Weesey.
Through the turn 1, we've got Graham Cowland, the race leader, 88 down the back straight.
Kevin Cook's car now starting to blow in the smoke as he took that last corner. There it is again. Telltale sign of smoke. There's the white flag. 1 lap to go for Graham Cowland.
And this is a very, very clean race. Been driven fast, furious. No incidents whatsoever. There is more smoke there out of Kevin Cook's.
And car 88, Graham Cowland coming around. There it is, the checkered flag. Graham Cowland over the line first in the Speedcar feature. In for second is car 18, Gary Dillon. And in for third, where are you? Phil Horeen. Oh, yes, Phil Horeen in for third. And followed by Phil Horeen, where are we? Alan Weesey, John Bolger in for fifth. Then Dean Hogarth. Alan Lamb behind him, and golly, anyone's guess.
We've got a call, now that you can hear us, we've got a call for somebody with a fire extinguisher. There's a fire in a car, in the car park on the far side. The other side of the track, there is a fire in a car in the car park over there at the other side. If somebody with an extinguisher can hear us.
Right. Hell of a race. Great one for Graham Cowland. In his first night out.
No sound down the infield. We've lost that speaker, I think. So we just told all the listeners, and Michael Powell's out now to tell the Women for Wheels drivers there's a fire in the car in a car park on the other side. Okay, what a race. Graham Cowland, I tell you, who would have expected? First time out in that car, new engine, still sorting it out.
Yeah.
And they just blitzed him.
Yeah, absolutely. Fantastic. Graham will be very happy. Graham, probably one of the most shy guys you'd ever strike. Hates microphones, hates television cameras, and tries to steer clear wherever he can. But you got to really pin him down. But top marks to take that race out. And I think Cess Eichler, the owner of the car, should be a very, very happy man. And there's the time, 5:25.8 for the 20 laps, 5:25.8.
That's 3.1 seconds outside the 20 lap record.
Oh, isn't it?
88 first, Graham Cowland. Second, number 18, that's Gary Dillon. And third, 2, Phil Horeen. And that was a terrific race. The Speedcar handicap, 5 that they probably will.
I would say so, the way they've been going tonight, especially Tony Parkinson. But there's the green flag. We've got a race on our hands. It'll be the Sedan invitation feature. And it's Kerry McCarthy in the lead. Parkinson in second spot, Miller back behind him. Then Stevie Stewart. Bob Coulton has got the jump on Gary Reuter. And back behind him is Ivan Beneke. Bit of smoke already from Reuter's car. Kerry McCarthy in the lead. Back behind him is Tony Parkinson.
It was McCarthy and Parkinson we saw in that earlier Grand National race, and you see those 4 Grand Nationals in particular just clearing out from the rest of the field. There goes Gary Reuter now trying to make a move underneath Bob Fulton, and he does so, just to keep the slate clean, because You drive one of these multi-million-dollar cars and then you see one of the old super sedans come up and pip you. How would you feel? Dallas Dyson in car number 96 starting to make a move up the field. He's got the blue Camaro of Rat Quinn behind him, 21. Like to keep him there, but don't know what his luck could be. The way I look at it, the race leader would be in number 63, Kim Cottrell, the yellow car for Co-op. And here comes Dyson now, underneath Ivan Beneke, 3 wide, going down this main straight in front of us.
Dyson's car handed like a dream there as he tries to get the line underneath Beneke and get out after Cottrell. Rat Quinn is also keeping Bob Fulton up high and wide. Cottrell almost overdoes it as he comes through the corner, but keeps it back under control again. Bit of telltale smoke from Fulton's car as they come down the straight, with Ivan Beneke running in second spot behind 63 Kim Cottrell. Dallas Dyson in 96 looking for the way through.
And here comes Kerry McCarthy in that white Batmobile. Look at him going, car number 24.
Where did he come from, Mike?
He's starting to lap the super sedans now. He's got Joan Miller at his sights, and he's just a half a lap down on Kim Cottrell, 5 laps down in this race, still 15 to run. Plenty of time for Kerry McCarthy to take this race out. Look at the Grand Nationals mixing it with those sedans.
Kim Cottrell in the lead there. Dallas Dyson trying to get the jump underneath Ivan Beneke there in the black car number 3. And Rat Quinn running in 4th spot. Smoke from Dyson's car there as he comes through the corner. Was it tyre rubbing on guard? We hope so. He's certainly getting it sideways going through the corners. That could be the pinch. You could hit a bit of body roll there.
Look at Kerry McCarthy taking the midway around the track. He's not bothering about going the shorter way down close to the gutter. He's just driving that car around the track and passing car after car as he heads out after Kim Cottrell and the rest. Dallas Dyson now in second place, throwing on the corner under Cottrell. Kerry McCarthy and Tony Parkinson behind them.
And Miller right,
Stevie Miller.
4 of them together.
Oh, this is really good racing. It's almost like a handicap race in a scratch race, isn't it? Steve Miller deep into the corner at car number 6, and he's overdone it, but able to correct. The race leader is 63, the other side of the track, Kim Cottrell. 96, Dallas Dyson right behind him, and there's Rat Quinn, where you'd expect him to be, right up with the leaders. But watch out for 24. The race isn't yet half done. John Fallis in 30, holding up McCarthy. McCarthy now 2 wheels on the infield. Gives it a big squirt down this main straight. He's now in 4th position on the race. Won't be there for long. Dallas Dyson trying to get inside Kim Cottrell in the lead.
Parkinson now finds his way into Fallis, and he's out after McCarthy. Let McCarthy do the hard work of getting through the traffic and trying to follow through behind him. Look at this. Here he is, McCarthy now up into 4th spot. Up into 4th behind Rat Quinn. Out in front is a yellow car of Kim Cottrell. And back behind him is Dallas Dyson, followed by Rat Quinn, McCarthy, and Parkinson right behind him. As soon as McCarthy gets into the lead, watch Parkinson have a go at trying to wrest that lead from him.
Parkinson had a sniff just a lap ago. There at turn 2, he put his nose underneath McCarthy's just to see what was doing.
Reuter pulls infield now, but it's still Cottrell out in front. There's 9 laps to go. Can McCarthy get through? He shunts Rat Quinn aside as he comes through the corner, and he's now out after Dallas Dyson in car number 96. The big Grand National, number 24, Kerry McCarthy, running
Certainly
in 3rd.
2-class racing, and there's no question about which is the quicker class as the Grand National goes up high now. And around the Monza of Dallas Dyson, and hardly anybody does that in Speedway racing.
Especially in a Grand National. But he's through now, Kerry McCarthy up on the inside. Oh, Cottrell pulls away to let him go through, and Kerry McCarthy has taken the lead of the race. The big Grand National, number 24, is our race leader. Roars through on the inside of Joan Miller. Dallas Dyson wants to follow through. Tony Parkinson there. Dyson almost overdoes it now. There's Rat Quinn getting a nudge there from Miller. And
a lot of smoke out of the McCarthy engine. Look at that. It's coming from underneath the bonnet.
Yes, it is. I reckon it's he's done his race.
And it was Dallas Dyson that was able to follow him through. Kerry McCarthy just punched a hole in all the other traffic. Dallas Dyson came through for 2nd place. We've got 3rd now. It's Tony Parkinson.
That telltale smoke is billowing from the car now as it goes through the corner and down the straight. The smoke is increasing, and it looks like, I might be wrong,
There appears to be a bit of flame underneath Kerry McCarthy's car.
There is too much flame underneath the car from what I can see. McCarthy now, down the straight. No, just the exhaust. Just the exhaust. And
What's
there's
happened?
a tangle there on the corner.
Steve Miller's gone.
involved.
Parkinson's in trouble,
gone.
pulled off the track.
Dallas Dyson
Rat Quinn
pulls
got
in
through
field.
for 2nd place and all that. Look at Dallas Dyson's near side rear tyres.
Yes.
Shredded.
Yes, it certainly is. Good grief, that's an expensive night for Dallas Dyson. $200 rolling around on that rim there, folks.
Ripped a hunk of fiberglass off the tail of his car.
And look at the smoke from McCarthy's car as he slows down. It's getting worse. He's calling for fire extinguishers, I think. He's waving frantically at the steward. How the hell do you get out of that car? We'll find out very shortly. The yellow light's still on. McCarthy's still circulating.
I'll tell you what, one thing that Kerry wouldn't do is squeeze out through the window.
That is for sure not his size.
Kerry McCarthy, the leader. Rat Gwynn shot through to second place in all that big mix-up, which involved Parkinson. Parkinson parked the car. Stevie Miller was in it. I didn't see it. I was watching the leader.
I just got
Dallas Dyson, obviously, because he lost a rear tyre out of that.
Okay. Parker calls Jim Hopman, calls them all up.
There's Tony Parkinson, has his crash helmet off now. Talking to Mal Rosenzweig about what happened. Mal's having a laugh, so it must have been a good story. And Kerry McCarthy pointing down towards his engine. Can you hear us down there, Mal? What happened? Let's go to Rosie at the centre of the track.
Broken throttle cable here for Tony Parkinson, and a bit of a bend on the side, but other than that, Tony's pretty wild, broken throttle cable.
Oh, well, that's an inexpensive night. A lot less expensive than it is for Dallas Dyson, who's done a tyre. And
look at Stephen Miller's front fender.
Yes, he's certainly got flow-through ventilation on the car now. Meanwhile, Kerry McCarthy's smoking problem seems to have died down a little as the engine perhaps has cooled down. And we sort the cars out in their correct starting order. And we'll be underway fairly shortly.
Call in now to your nearest QH Adelaide brake service branch for your Proton brakes, clutches, shockers and exhaust.
Keeping that green flag drops. There it goes, and there goes Kerry McCarthy.
What about Rat Gwynn there with the honour of being only super sedan amongst those 3 Grand Nationals?
How long Stephen Miller comes through on the inside. Rat Gwynn goes up a bit high. Stephen Miller's through. Stevie Stewart says this looks good to me.
Story of power and efficiency, isn't it, Brian? As you see the Grand Nationals just outstripping the sedan cars.
Certainly is. And speaking of stripping, Stephen Miller, the right-hand turret of the car is just flapping in the breeze there as he rockets down the back straight.
It's a race of 2 classes. Kerry McCarthy in a class of his own out there with 2 laps to run, and it looks like that stoppage may have fixed up the problem for him.
Certainly does. The motor's cooled down, obviously. Stephen Miller in second spot, then Stevie Stewart. Rat Gwynn, the leader of the super sedans, in front of Kim Cottrell, then
John
30 John
Fallis is doing good, isn't he?
Yeah, really good. Really
that
got
Corvette.
Car well up tonight. Oh, a bit of a nudge there from Stevie Stewart to Stephen Miller. Stephen Miller keeps the gate tightly closed. They go through. This is the last lap, and they're fully aware of that. And it's Kerry McCarthy's race. McCarthy gets it a little crossed up as he comes through the corner. Not enough out of line to worry about, though. And there's the checkered flag for Kerry McCarthy. Stephen Miller over the line second. 47, Stevie Stewart is for third. Followed by in the super sedans, 21 Rat Gwynn. Then we've got 63 Kim Cottrell, 30 John Fallis back behind them. Then we've got Joan Miller. 78 is Trevor Nucky, followed by 8 Bob Fulton and 57 Blackie Flapman, and that's all that survived the 20 laps of the sedan feature.
This will be interesting. How do you reach out of a car like that to take the checkered flag? He's done it. Kerry McCarthy's done it. Put your hands together, Speedway fans. Look at Kerry McCarthy, winner of the Wins Sedan Invitational feature, and to have to do it from virtually a lap down at the start. Weaved his way through, had to survive all that smoke coming out from underneath the bonnet, and then just to be able to carve his way through everybody and to win the race going away. Number 24, Kerry McCarthy.
And second should be Stephen Miller in car number 6, followed third by 47 Stevie Stewart, waiting for the officials to come up. They should be up there fairly shortly.
Tony Bolton, testimony of Holmes and Hal Brooks. 33, Chas Colasso, the Ascot Engineering Barnard chef. From 15, Chas Colasso.
This event 13, the Coulthard Welding Sprintcar feature.
There's a couple of people inside the safety fence, just in front of the main entrance. One guy in white trousers, just putting something in his pocket. Can you get right back outside the safety fence, please?
That's over there on turn 3.
Yeah, outside that's him.
That's the one.
And you pointing as well. Yeah, you get out as well. Everybody on the other side of the fence, or we can't start racing, please. Okay. On the other side of the fence, that means...
Yeah, there are 4 lads there with their legs over. Good on you. The guy in the white's right.
Yeah, he's okay. And the other guy's there. Just get your legs back behind the fence. Thanks, fellas.
Good on you, Digger.
Yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys, because it is dangerous, and if you...
That would be...
saw last week the way that one of the midgets nearly went through the fence. And here we go for the Coulthard Welding Sprint Car feature. The green flag drops and we're racing.
Ken Bowian is in the lead with 75 behind him. We've got the road and track pair there, Dave Farrell and Gil Cameron at 16 and 17. lifting wheels up. Look at John Moyle making that move. We asked the question in the earlier race, where did Moyle come from? This time, he and the Gambler are flying. He's underneath Tommy Tomlinson now. Car number 69, the Blue Machine.
Bill Barrows flying through from the back of the pack there, taking the outside line and getting plenty of run up the top there. But it's Ken Bowie out front. Getting a bit crossed up there is Gil Cameron. Dave Farrell rockets around the outside of him now.
75's Tony Bartlett. He's in trouble and he's left the track. We see another one leaving the track but trying to get back on is 25, Greg Flaherty. But Bill Barrows says, colour me gone, boy.
Yes, for sure. Barrows gets a balk there by Jeff Harris.
Look at that lead of Ken Bowie. Is he going well? Then he's got the road and track kids behind him. Dave Farrell and Gil Cameron and Moyle.
Bill Barrows rocketing through the back there, coming up behind Tom Tomlinson. And back in the back, there's action aplenty as the rest of the boys trying to find their way through. Chance Calandra having all sorts of bother with a wall of cars in front of him.
Ken Bowie's got a quarter lap lead over Dave Farrell. Gil Cameron is in third place, but then we've got John Moyle having a little bit of trouble getting past these two because they're using a lot of the track. Gil Cameron now into second, Dave Farrell third. Here goes Moyle. Look at the wheel. Something's happened to the axle of Dave Farrell. The wheel looks completely unbalanced. He's trying to get off the track. Had Tom Tomlinson underneath him. Now we'll leave the track maybe. It must be very, very balanced and uncomfortable for Dave Farrell out there.
Jim Harris has pulled infield as well for the second time tonight.
Ken Bowie, and look at his...
yeah, that's his visor.
What they used to call the tear-offs. Now you just feed it through, but it's come loose, and it's just flowing out in the breeze. That's Ken Bowie, the race leader. We've got Gil Cameron in second, closing up all the time. Bill Barrows is now in the race with Johnny Moyle. There was 1 inch between these two in the feature last week, with John Moyle making the most of it, but he goes high. Barrows, the expert driver, holding that pole line. Now maybe the way around Cameron could be on the outside. On the inside now because he's given a great big gap. Bill Barrows goes through into third. John Moyle with him. They touch for a moment. The race leader's Ken Bowie, not that far in front now, only 20 metres. Second is Gil Cameron, hanging on in there while Bill Barrows comes charging at him now. John Moyle is in fourth place. Further back to Tommy Tomlinson, but all the action is up in that race for second place. So quickly through the corner. We've got a rookie in the lead. Ken Bowie goes high, allows Cameron through. Cameron, a driver earlier in Formula 5000, now enjoying the Sprintcars. Bill Barrows now makes the move into second place. This is fantastic racing, but it's nothing compared to what you'll see next week. Race leader, Gil Cameron. Barrows charging at him all the time. John Moyle in third place now.
Down the back straight for Bill Barrows. 2 wheels he does it as he puts the power to the ground. And it's Gil Cameron still in the lead. Barrows nibbling away at the back of him. Which way? High line, low line. Which way will he go?
Riley desperate to catch up to them in third place, closing the gap slightly. Gil Cameron driving the race of his life. He's come here to Speedway. Look at Bill Barrows rock and roll through the corner.
Bill Barrows nearly came totally unstuck there. Barrows now back after Gil Cameron. As you said, Rob, he's driving the race of his life tonight. John Moyle hanging back behind them there.
Barrows trying everything as he goes high to come out shallow. Cameron, can he hang on for one more lap? Here goes Barrows now, swooping underneath. Cameron still has the corner, going down the back straight. Barrows now will go high, trying to duck down. No, he's going around the pole line. Cameron holding him out, shuts the door. Gil Cameron wins!
Gil Cameron takes it on checkered flag. Bill Barrows in second spot, followed by John Moyle. What an incredible race.
Barrows straight up to tell Cameron, what a race. Gil Cameron can't believe it. He finished the race. He took one hand off the steering wheel, going into turn 1. At 1,000,000 miles an hour, and waved at the crowd. He was so thrilled to have won.
And he deserves that checkered flag and a lap of honour. And he deserves your applause, ladies and gentlemen. He has done the most fantastic drive of his life tonight. 17, Gil Cameron. Let's hear it for him. Wave your programs, clap your hands, show him you appreciate an outstanding drive.
Brian, Gil Cameron might have won a feature race before in his life, but I wasn't here that night, if he did.
How would you like to ride sidecar with Bill Barrows, though?
Oh, no thanks.
Come on.
No way.
Much left.
Gil Cameron, let's hear it down the back straight there. 17C, Gil Cameron driving the ride of his life tonight.
What a night to do it, the week before the Winfield Sprintcar Masters, eh?
Oh,
Here are the
yeah.
official 17, Gil Cameron, taking out the Coulthard Welding Sprintcar feature. He says, thanks for the flag, Jeff. I enjoyed that victory lap. Gil Cameron for second, Bill Barrows, and what a brilliant drive out of Bill. Third, 69, John Moyle. John Moyle placings for 2 features straight. The time, 3:43.1. 3:43.1. Could that be right? Oh, what a race. Coulthard Welding Sprint car feat.
Well, you might not have heard us say while that race was on, but if you Wheatfield Speedway pass next Thursday and Friday night, one month that week. You've got all the unit change too.
Speedcar handicap final behind the crash, and they're racing with John Bolger in the lead.
Bolger and Kevin Cook back behind him. Then Bert Benton. Long gap to the fast runners. Rob Hayden there, tail end of the first bunch. And then we got Graham Cowden rocketing through.
Oh, we got a big wild run with John Bolger.
John Bolger. John Bolger.
Car number 2, he was in second place. 75 is the car. He was in second place, and it was an end for ender.
Yeah, missed it. What, did you just dig in, did it?
I missed it completely. I was looking at the fast cars at the end, and I just saw it out the corner of my eye. JB, John Bolger, champion Australian solo rider, and in his first season. Second meeting, as a matter of fact, in the sprint cars, speed cars.
St. John Ambulance checking him out to see that he's okay. The car resting precariously up on the fence there. And
that's when all your safety equipment really counts for so much. He's okay. Mel's got 2 thumbs in the air, and JB is okay.
Great, that's terrific.
Always such a relief when you see a car go over like that. Anything could happen.
JB's out of the car. Let's hear it, ladies and gentlemen. Johnny Bolger out of the car. He's okay. He gives us a wave and slaps his hands on his thighs and say, damn it all.
Legs look like jelly, but he's okay. 10 laps up there on the Coca-Cola counter. And we really hope that you're enjoying the Speedway that these guys are putting on for you tonight. Everybody giving it everything. And the ground will shake next Thursday and Friday with the Whitfield Australian Sprint Car Masters. The best drivers in Australia. It'll probably be the most memorable meeting that we've had at the Speedway.
Yep, for sure.
Most memorable yet because it always seems to be getting better, doesn't it? Great sport.
Okay, somebody's going to get the rear of field sign, and
it would be
55 Grand Coupe.
I don't know what engine he's got in that, but I heard him down the pits earlier, and it sounded like one of those old Repco Holdens from years
old
ago.
cross-flow head
50 years ago. It sounded just like real Speedway. None of this brrr business that you hear all the time now.
Now listen as he goes past.
It's not as quick as the Scats and the Sescos and all that sort of stuff, but it sounds good. If you can get your ear on that engine, Grant Coombe at 55.
Okay, looking good for a start this time. The yellow flag is aloft.
This is the Highlander Crash Speedcar Handicap Final.
We're racing, and Kevin Cook leads them off. And Graham Cowden's got a better jump this time. He's following through.
Tell you what, goes underneath gates.
Coming up behind Alan Weiss and Dean Hogarth. Hogarth looking for the inside run there on Benton. And
look out, Robbie Hayden.
Yeah, one wheel on the infield as Cowden comes down the straight.
Cowden's looking dangerous. Could be an early tip to take this race out because Gary Dillon and Phil Loreen at 18 and 2 have a fair amount of work to do if they go down the back straight.
Indeed,
Cowden already has gone through that bunch of half a dozen cars.
And he's out after the race leader.
Kevin Cook it is, and we've got Cowden in 4th place already behind Leif Mitchell. Now here goes Dillon.
Dillon in the scarlet car number 10, or number 18 I should say, goes through. Oh, there's a tangle over there.
Whoops.
And it's Philoreen.
Philoreen, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Philoreen just bumped into the wheels of Rob Hayden on car number 19, threw himself out of line, and Philoreen stationary on the track.
Philoreen in the Marion Mazda car, the one affectionately known as the Hiroshima Screamer.
Yeah, it screameth no more. And interesting to see whether he'll get a restart or not. We're not quite sure whether it'll come about because actually he caused that all by himself.
The field closing up now for a restart of Indian file. That means one in front of the other. Graham Cowden in 4th place, but in the Dayglow 88, the Cesscycler car is perfectly placed to get a big jump with only 8 to go. But Gary Dillon might be the one that'll give him a bit of a hurry up. He's only 2 cars behind Cowden, and there's the green flag there, racing again.
Oh, look at Cowden rocking through into 3rd spot he goes. Now we've got Dillon right behind Hogarth. Hogarth thinking of white car number 9. There goes Dylan, rocket through on the inside of him. My golly, that car's got some grunt.
He's in 4th place, won't be there for long. Graham Cullen now looking for a way underneath Nigel Benson as Nigel Benson opens up a gap. Thank you very much. He's got Kevin Cook now. Graham Cullen in 2nd place. And here comes Dylan in 18, the ex-Gene Jeanette car.
Alan Weiss also doing things back there and getting up in the 5th spot.
Gary Dillon walks his way up into 3rd, gets it side on, now straightening out again. He's got Nigel Benson on the outside of him. A little bit of smoke coming out of Cookie's car. And Graham Cullen is trying to forge his way into the lead. Will he be able to do it this time? Yes, Cook goes high. Cullen says, thank you very much, Kev. And
Cook
he's
closes
through.
the gate, so Dylan can't get through. Dylan now makes his move, and he's in the 2nd spot. Here's going to be a battle between Cullen and Dylan. Cullen will be only too well aware that Dylan's got the machinery to the 2 Volkswagens out in front there.
Alan Weiss back in 4th place. Look at this race between these 2 drivers. This
There's one right on the fence right in front of us here. Who's that? That's Nigel Benson. Clipped the wheels there of Alan Weiss and goes into the fence, and Dean Hogarth
pulled up.
No way of avoiding him and stalls the car trying to avoid him, but locks the brakes.
I was looking
to get a restart.
I was looking forward to another 4 laps of superb racing between these 2 young drivers out the lead. Graham Cullen in 88 and 18, Gary Dillon. There's not much at all between them. Cullen's shown us that his car certainly goes. Dillon's is a beautiful little machine. A former American car from one of the touring American drivers from last year. And that's a supercharged machine of Cullen's, is it? The
Yes,
88?
yes, 1800cc. 5 laps to go. And can Cullen hold off the hard-charging Dylan? There's the green flag. There goes Dylan. Cullen holds him back. Cook running in 3rd spot. Alan Weiss won't be in 4th for too long either. Now here's the challenge. Cullen in the lead. Dylan's car handles superbly too.
I think it'll all happen between these 2 cars in the lead, Dylan and Cullen. Cullen going high, leaving a gap, but of course using the mid part of the track. The banking is different this year. The gradient's quite different on the track, and you get drive from the middle part of the track. And they're quite happy to leave that gunner and leave a gap open because they know they'll be going just as fast on the middle part. Cullen actually extending the lead a little as Dylan turns me into a liar by going deeper into the corner and gaining meters on him.
Alan Weiss moves up into 3rd spot in front of Kevin Cook and Dean Hogarth. And here it is. He pushes out and Cullen gets shut up high near the fence and loses ground. Cullen coming back on Dylan now. Dylan in the lead. Cullen in 2nd spot. Dylan puts the foot to the floor down the back straight and draws away from Cullen. Dylan in the lead. The white flag coming out. 1 lap to go. And what have we got? 3 starts, 3 wins for Dylan tonight.
No, had a second.
And the second, that's right.
Cullen took out the race before, so this is 1-all to them. And their personal little feud. And this is going to be real good as you see it develop during the season. Gary Dillon now taking out the Highlander Crash Speedcar handicap final. Gary Dillon first, Graham Cullen second, Alan Weiss in 3rd place in car number 11. 4th through to screaming little machine of Ron Gates, car number 3, and smoke out of Hoagie's after he finishes the race.
That looks expensive. Let's hope it's not for his sake. We're all Hoag. But there we are, good run there. They're the 2 to watch. And bad luck to Philorine, who just got out of line there and spun out. Could have made it a 3-way run there. And of course, in a couple of weeks' time, we should have Phil March back to really make it a go. For 5 laps, the time was 1:22.4. 1:22.4 for 5 laps. The placings 18 is first, Gary Dillon. Second is 88, Graham Cullen. Third, 11, Alan Weiss. 1:22.4 for the 5 laps.
And when they say rear of field, they really do mean rear of field, don't they? Then we've got Joan Miller, Bob Fulton in car number 8. 63 for the co-op is Kim Cottrell. 21, Rat Gwynn. Unfortunately, Dallas Dyson was out of this race. But then come the Grand Nationals with Stevie Stewart in 47. Kerry McCarthy in 24. Couldn't have been a serious problem with the car. We saw all that smoke coming up before. Tony Parkinson not going to let Kerry McCarthy go away from him. This is the Bramall Sedan Invitational Handicap over 10 laps rolling start. Events 15 and 16. Green flag. We're racing John Fallis and Trevor Nucky. Fallis leading into turn 1. Back in third place, we've got Joe Miller. Then it's Bob Fulton in car number 8. Kim Cottrell, 63-21, Brad Quinn. And then here come the big bangers. The Grand Nationals, 47, Steve Stewart. The outside, Kerry McCarthy and Tony Parkinson.
They've had a
does him
battle
on the
all way
inside.
around the track, those two. They've really had a few little nudges. And Tony Parkinson's come on the better as he's got the inside running. McCarthy not letting him get away with it though. My God, they're so close, these two, and so evenly matched.
Tony Parkinson bent little bits and pieces on the back, so Kerry McCarthy's got mindful of them, now trying for the outside run. And McCarthy almost does it, but Parkinson able to come back again through the pins turn. Kerry McCarthy goes deep, very deep. They call it late braking at Formula 1. John Fallis is the race leader. There's Trevor Nucky in second place. Kim Cottrell back in third. Rat Gwynn fighting his way through. Then come the big guys. Look at this, Stevie Stewart at 47.
Rat Gwynn gets so unsettled. Rat's got a problem. Rat's got a major problem, and he pulls up on the fence. And he's stationary. Now we might have a yellow flag. Yep, we got a yellow flag. Rat just suddenly pulled out to the right as Kerry McCarthy came up alongside him, and the car came to a very sudden stop right on the fence. We're not quite sure why. Perhaps when the cars go through and Rat's car gets off the fence, we'll be able to check. Right here in the main straight, Bob Fulton got some panel work modifications on the rear offside there. There's Rat driving in field. And not quite sure why. Not sure why. Those big tyres on the back of Ratgren's car looks like a slot car. Okay, we form up for a restart. The yellow light is on. And we'll come around for restart minus the Rat. Kerry McCarthy hanging in his position that he thinks he was. Eye on the outside.
John Fallis has been doing okay, and we did see in that earlier race too, starting to get things together in that Chef Corvette.
Yeah.
Number 30.
Nucky and Kim Cottrell swap places.
But what a dice we've been having between Tony Parkinson and Kerry McCarthy. They're two Grand Nationals, number 18 and 24. Kerry getting the best of it this time round.
One belt off of Rat Wynn's car. The reason why it stopped.
Any damage, Mel?
Only to the belt.
Right, restart of the Bramall Sedan Invitational Handicap. Watching the start of there's the green flag. They're racing now with John Fallis in the lead from Trevor Nucky. Here comes Cottrell making a big move to the inside, gets second place, and Kerry McCarthy.
Oh, yes.
Look at the way he just swallowed up the 47 car of Steve Stewart.
Oh, in the inside of Cottrell now, up behind Fallis.
McCarthy means business.
Certainly does. And Fallis goes wide, McCarthy rockets through on the inside. John Fallis gets a look at a giant tyre, cuts back down in front of Stevie Stewart. Kim Cottrell slotted between Stewart and Tony Parkinson. There goes Stewart now on the inside of Fallis. Sliding it through the corner.
5 to go as they go past the start finish one more time. Kerry McCarthy leading, Steve Stewart in second. John Fallis comes Parkinson in for fourth place. Very shortly, I should imagine it'll be Grand Nationals 1, 2 and 3. Behind Parkinson, we've got Miller and Reuter and Kim Cottrell in car number 63. Bringing up the rear, Joan Miller in car number 7, and Adelaide it's Bob Fulton as we lose Forrester. Forrester and the Slamador leave the track. 24, Kerry McCarthy swooping around the track, coming past the pit turn now, hanging out that tail. Looks like he's enjoying his driving. 3 laps to go. Kerry McCarthy in the lead from Steve Stewart in second. Good race for Stewarty. In car number 47, that was Tony Parkinson. Next up is Fallis. And Fallis able to hold off a couple of Grand Nationals. He's doing well. Stephen Miller wants to eat him up and spit him out. And Fallis is staying there.
And he drifts up a little bit high. This time Miller tries for the inside run. Fallis neck and neck down the straight, but Miller's got the advantage into the corner. And Miller now moves up. So we've got Grand Nationals 1, 2, 3, 4. There's the white flag. Kerry McCarthy, only 1 lap to do it in. And he's going to carry it all the way home. Done a good drive all the way. Kerry McCarthy.
Here comes the checkered flag. One more corner, and it's McCarthy's race, the Sedan International Handicap for Bramall. And there it is, Kerry McCarthy first in car number 24. Second, Steve Stewart, 47. And third place, not far behind, 18. Here's Tony Parkinson.
Followed by Stephen Miller and Gary Pointer. Then John Fallis, Kim Cottrell. Gee, isn't Fallis going well tonight? Fantastic in the white Corvette.
And what about Kerry McCarthy? Is he showing what he's made of or what?
Oh, yes. He got some bits over from the USA midway through last season. I think they're working. They're working really well.
He is not hanging around at all.
Now, Mal Rosenzweig has kindly going to stay down in the middle of the track there during the Demolition Derby.
Wrong.
Let's fill all the
Hang on.
listeners in with the
That's
rules.
my car out there. Somebody's knocked off my car from the car park.
Was your car?
Yeah, it used to be.
Go on, fill us in with the rules, mate.
Well, the rules are this.
There are no rules.
No, the rule, you have to hit a car, I think it's every 30 seconds, every 60 seconds, you have to hit a car. Now, if the car is stationary for more than 60 seconds and doesn't hit a car, then the car is disqualified. And we've got a mountain of people up here who are watching the cars to say which vehicle is disqualified.
Oh, look at this coming out now. Car number 10, Kim Cottrell.
Oh, yes.
Far out.
Dry Creek Wreckers.
And 10.
Caravan. Is that someone in the caravan?
I think this is probably a first.
I think so.
You're not allowed to have it. That's against the rules, isn't it? Have
What?
people in caravans while you're moving along. Couldn't be. Now that's his fridge. We've got a couple of 5 double.
The caravan!
Oh, no! Hey, that's a valuable piece of machinery, that caravan.
Was a valuable piece of machinery.
Look, do we have any offers from anybody in the crowd for a caravan for a long weekend?
Oh, the caravan. The caravan is falling to pieces. I think there's another car in the caravan. It's a drive-through caravan. Okay, we got a car and chassis out there.
Yeah, but have a look at that. Kim Cottrell's still going. He's got rid of the caravan and he's off and running. Kim Cottrell with the trailer behind the car.
And the caravan slowly demolishes itself.
Come on, Murph, you got to put it into gear. Mark Murphy's car's stalled down there. It's not doing real good. Most of them are going backwards, and the reason for that is because it's generally stronger at the back part of your car than the front part. You knock the radiator out, you get stuck into the engine and all that, and it's not going to go too good. Oh, look out, Jeff Hogman.
Jeff Hockman says, get off the infield, guys. Get back on the track.
He says, this is my infield. You get back to your track. But who's going to argue? Rod Bomford here in number 1 getting a good head of steam up. And look out down there in turn 1. Missed him.
Oh, crunch, crunch, crunch.
Not that one. Hit number 80.
And
look out, it's Mark Murphy.
Right in the door.
Still looking for the starting button. Crunch. Oh, gee, if Daniel Gerard from the Grand Prix officers out there having a look at his first look at Australian Speedway, I'm just wondering what he's thinking about this.
They said they do this every week.
He says looks a little bit like Andrea de Cesaris.
Ooh, that'll get back.
Oh, look at him just waltzing there in the infield.
Yeah,
going this way and bang into that poor old grey whatever it is, number 50. Hit him heaps. Lots of smoke coming out of these cars.
Oh, you can smell the burning oil.
Poor old Murph didn't have his greatest ever demolition derby. Did get hit, but 33. Look at that front tyre. That'll have to be replaced tomorrow.
Has to be replaced to go home.
Tell you what, you'll get a defect notice on that car, boy.
And smoke billows across the track.
Oh, look at this one. Oh, where's Kim Cottrell? He's got another car up the back of his trailer. Look at this, he's doing a transport job down there in turn 4 near the pits. Kim Cottrell with another car, and that is one heck of a handicap for a car in a demolition derby.
Certainly is. I can't see her after him, man. Where is he?
Peter Spear up the back. There's 666, the real old Chevy. Look at it. The grey one there, that's Malcolm Graham. Looking for James Garner because he is usually still very active at this time in a demolition derby. And also Steve Warwick. 150, can you see him? Number 5 for Gawler Motor Wreckers coming in a nice little...
Gary Ashcroft there in car 5.
Crunch
23, Steve Warwick. There he is right down. Steve Warwick in the pink one
not
right
much
in
of
front
that
us.
left, is there, really?
He's still circulating well.
He
Murray Kosh has a look at the back of the Elizabeth Banner Valiant there.
Oh, that's much modified.
Certainly is.
Car number 1 still got a head of steam up. That's
Rod Bomford.
Rod Bomford. He's going real quick.
Oh, yes. And let's have
He'll probably have the Demolition Derby lap record, I'd imagine. Look at the flame under 33.
Oh,
the
yes,
Women's Wheels guys can
33.
take a look at that. There's flame coming out underneath car number 33. It's down here on turn 1.
Right down here on turn 1, car
There's
33.
no sound to the centre of the track, is there? But yeah, I think I can see Jeff Hogman's looking over towards that car, pointing over towards the flames on 33 down just before turn 1. I don't think you can hear us on the infield.
Still trying to find James Garner in 150. We've got the red light
Got the red
on.
light. We'll have a stoppage so the Women for Wheels men can get the flame out of 33 so we don't have a dangerous situation. Then we'll get it going again. Now, we're just hoping that the drivers can see these red lights. Jeff has the flag being very visible so they can see him. Red flags being shown all around. We'll stop the race and then we'll get it going again once we get rid of this dangerous, potentially dangerous situation with 33.
Trouble is, once some of these guys stop, they're never going to get started again.
That's right, they're too busy, got their eye on the rev counter to make sure that they don't over-rev the engine. And you can't really see the red flag or the black flag or whatever else it is.
Well, I tell you, I can't see James Garner. I've been
It's
looking
okay,
around.
and there's
The green
taking
flag.
care of that now. 33's well parked. There's the green flag. Let's on with it. Can you guys get your cars going again? Well, 7's still going and quite well. There's the green flag, and they're off and running once more. The Atherton car's still going, is it? Where is it? Over there.
Oh, grudge.
Oh, look at this Bomford. He's been having a ball. Been going real quick. Smoke everywhere out of the engine. I think he might have a bit of a radiator problem. The car number 10 from the Dry Creek Wreckers. There's James Garner. Look at this.
In the station wagon.
Yes.
Aha.
Yes, sirree. He always picks himself a real big, strong car.
Yeah, James Garner just drives around and clips the cars. Doesn't hit them, but just clips them.
Stays within the rules. Keeps
Yeah.
his car going. Hits him from the rear.
Oh, that wasn't
That
quite
one
a
hurt.
clip, no.
And so did that. That looked like Kim Cottrell. Did he manage to get rid of his trailer? He didn't do bad. It stayed on there for a fair while, didn't it?
Yeah, not too bad. It's
23 down there. Steve Vorwerk still going. Car doesn't look that bad. It's still moving quite well. Look at this one. This is brand new.
Yeah, car number 13. That's got to be Peter Taylor.
That'll go for a fortune next week. Maybe they'll keep it and drive 2 or 3 more Demolition Derbies in it this year.
Meanwhile, James Garner is circulating on the other side of the track. He could be looking for another
Yeah, copper
$1,000.
Oh,
Number 11. That's unreal. That. Or was it 111?
this is the 1986 model something or other.
Yeah. It's
Aerodynamically, it's got one of those. Oh, crunch.
Right, we've still got some cars circulating out there with James Garner. Not all that damage. Oh, he just got a thump in the side there.
No, his car still looks pretty good. There's not
Yeah.
much tail left on the other one. But how'd you like to put this number 11 through a wind tunnel? What do you think the coefficient of drag would be at this time of the race?
One hell of a real rear spoiler.
Spoiled rear, more like it.
Yeah, I think that's the way.
Number 1 still going real quick. Glenn Dix pointing him over towards where the other cars are.
And Kevin Berry from Atherton still mobile. He's just got
What
3,
insight.
4.
Take that. That's John Pattard in 5AA.
And where is
John
the
Pattard.
automobile? Has been stationary for some time.
Oh, you beauty. Useful. Pattard, I believe, look at this Walsing in the centre on 50. Hey, watch out for the lawn. Anybody, didn't they tell you to keep off the grass?
Oh, was that a Datsun Bluebird there? What is it?
Oh, Pattard does the big crunch on Brian Simpson.
And meanwhile, Kevin Berry from Atherton still mobile out there. Oh, thump! That hurt. That really smarts.
That'll have to be the smack of the night.
No rollovers yet either.
Pattard changing gears, really working his car, looking good. We're looking for James Garner. Where's he? Is he parked? Yes, it has
He's been
stopped.
parked over there for a long time, and I think he's
Can't
out of it.
really
He got
stop.
one hell of a thump in the side of the car.
Pattard
And, you
down
can see,
here,
you can see the
5
tail shafters hanging down from the fair lane over there.
5AA car doing a lot of the work and really giving us our money's worth. 42 looks pretty busy too.
Look at the wheel on that pink car down there as he digs a hole on the infield and is trying to bury himself like an Irish cat. Who said, you shouldn't say that, Rob?
42 didn't get a real big write-up in my program. Can't find out who it is. Looks in a spot of bother now, being pushed into turn one.
Gee.
Pat Hart lined him up. Here's Kim Cottrell in the other 5AA Channel 10 car. Oh, look at the car, just driving circles around it, doing it so well. Missed him. And there's the Atherton Hotel machine, number 29.
Yeah, Kevin Berry, he's still in there with a go!
Sorry, should I make that in past tense?
Well,
he's still going. Look at it.
Oh,
29 moved.
The cloud of steam erupts over there. Steam power. Now, what if this old Humber is still going here? 111 it
I
is.
think all the rest have had it. It's just down in that corner now. Turn one.
Lawrence Rosenberg.
Here's one, number 3. Don't know what his time limit would be like.
Not too bad. He was thumping around. That's Paul Backer. Oh! And another hard hit. Steam erupts in the front now. Who we got?
Absolute madness. We see the Glenn Dix, the starter, and Jeff Hogman down there with the flag, looking for a winner.
Now, 111 is still mobile, I think, there, or was, less than 60 seconds ago.
There's Jack in car number 50, or what's left of car number 50. I reckon he'd wanted Jack to do a little bit of work on the front end.
And still got a couple just mobile down there. Only just.
Is this it? Is this? No, they're lining them up just like jousting knights in the old days in the tournament.
Well, where's our man from the Atherton Hotel?
He has parked.
Oh, looks like he's parked
gosh. He's still moving? No.
No, not quite.
Kevin Berry. What a gallant effort. 42 is in there. John Pattard. He's hitting everyone. The ones that are going, the ones that aren't. Changing the gears. And he's working his gearbox like a mixmaster.
Yeah.
Throttled into one gear and out the other state. He's got a slightly flat offside front wheel.
Slightly flat.
Now chasing.
Lawrence Rosenberg there.
Chasing the
old Humber. And
how would it be if something that old was to win the race? Pushes Pattard into a parked car.
That's
Tactics.
Kevin Berry that he hit. Do you mind? The Atherton crowd here are most indignant about that.
Right, the old Humber.
Just around the remnants of the caravan.
That is a caravan. It wasn't a car, was it?
No. I tell you what, whoever's in it is in big bother if it was a car. So it's Lawrence Rosenberg, and what's the
111 is the other number.
Yeah, the fair lane out there. 111 is Rosenberg. And 42 it is.
This is all for the automotive dismantlers of Australia. I'd like to tell you there could be a few spare parts for sale tomorrow morning.
Yeah, that's the shy guy in number 42 who never told us his name.
I wouldn't be real keen on any body panels either.
No.
Give it a miss. Few bits and pieces inside might still go. 42 and Rosenberg in number 111. Lawrence Rosenberg. 2 cars left.
2 left. Now, here we go.
This could decide it all.
Here we go. Oh, yeah.
Good shot. Rosie got him a good shot then. Lined him up. Now who can move? They're both going.
42 is
stuck together. 42's moving.
And so is Rosenberg. Rosenberg comes around now. He's got to try and get to the...
How can 42 be this good? He didn't even make my program. Now, the decider. Rosenberg has him on the run, looking for his gears. 42 looks for his gears. Rosenberg hits him, swipes
That's
him.
it. Taking the front, trying to take that front out. If he can
Knock
get
the front wheel off, and he's
Yeah.
right. There's tactics. This Rosenberg's driving it well. And look at the car. Imagine the amount of work that's gone into that. 42 still moving. Comes back. Looks for his rear end.
Yeah, I think he's looking for the front, but Rosenberg moved forward. And he got no traction out there on the track.
Line it up. Change gears. Throw it into gear. Haul it.
And thump in the back door. Now,
Wouldn't have done much damage.
No, not at all.
Would have just been a little smack.
The fair lane steaming. The old Humber steaming.
Going in for the kill.
Yeah.
That's it. 42. Looks pretty good. Rosenberg is moving, not moving. That's it. There's the checkered flag.
42 is the winner. 42.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the unknown Demolition Derby driver, car number 42.
Well, they got a call.
The winner of it.
You want a rematch? The Atherton mob want a rematch. Okay, 42 takes it out. And he does
That's
a
what
lap
you
of
call a
honour
lap
too.
of honour.
He's surprising the car's still going, doing that lap of honour.
Look
Good
for that,
stuff for him.
that front wheel, the right-hand front wheel, see if it'll stay on. And we'll be back next week with some real Speedway racing, some sprint car racing like you've never seen before.
Right on. Thursday and Friday night, folks. It all happens here. The big blasters, sprint cars, thundering around the track at incredible speeds. And the best drivers in Australia doing it for you. Next Thursday and Friday night. It's going to be one hell of a night.